Hello everyone and welcome to our sponsored game review number 1. So what this series is, this is a new series for those who have donated to me via Patreon and donate monthly to gain rewards. So what the sponsored game review series is basically I'm reviewing games of those who have donated and helped support me. These, unlike the daily game reviews, every game that gets submitted to me by sponsors gets reviewed with a limited amount. So, for example, if you donate $2 a month, you are eligible to get one game review guaranteed into a video per month. While the daily game reviews will continue, and this will not take place of the daily game reviews on any day of the week, this will be in addition to the game reviews, and those who have donated can get their games guaranteed made into a video. This is a little reward as a thank you for those who have helped support me as a Go instructor. This is available for all of you guys thanks to Micha. This game is one of his games, and so thank him for supporting me as a Go instructor and for this game today. Alright, so getting started, we have Micha versus IttanB, and let's see how it goes. Alright, we have a common opening so far, star point 3-4, and black starts Kobayashi. However, white says, I don't really like the Kobayashi, so I'm going to stop it. And white blocking the wrong direction here. So this, normally, when you play this way, you're trying to stop the Kobayashi, but you need to block this way. And of course you have to Nobi, not Hane. And this is the better direction to play, and then you can bring your position down to try and settle it, or something like this would be more common. The reason this is wrong direction is because you do not have an extension here. So since you do not have an extension here, once you finish the Joseki, black can easily come in and wedge inside your area, and you can see that this thickness of white is facing a black stone, so it's not really gaining any influence, and it doesn't have a base, so actually it's in a very poor spot right now. So remember, black took the corner, white has to get something in exchange. Some players may think this is good enough, but if you look here, it's only like 6 points, so the corner is bigger than this, and you're using thickness to make territory. Thickness should not be used to make territory, it should be used to attack. So normally you'd want to push from this side. However, you can see that now the thickness is starting to look like a weak group instead. So you can say that you should only play this way, give up the corner, and surround your opponent in the corner this direction only if you have a white stone over here already as an extension, because if you lose Sente in this Joseki and black comes in, it's in a very poor position on the left side. Alright, so now we get along with the game. White Hane is trying to get a couple more forcing moves, but it's actually relatively slow. White loses Sente again and doesn't gain but maybe 2 points, and now black plays another big move just so that white doesn't get that forcing move, and you can see white having to get a smaller corner than he could have gotten, and black getting a nice 2-space extension, and black finishing up to just make sure that there is no influence and no territory on the left side and no attack on the left side. So now you can see the bottom left corner is completely useless. White maybe get 2 points total out of all of those stones so far. And black took the corner and took the left side, and white only has the top left corner as territory, so black is clearly leading this game. White again playing a move in the corner. Black responds here, and white really needs to start nuking. White needs to get on the board much faster. White is playing too many local moves, and it's just too slow. White again playing here, but this is again Gote, because the corner is not going to die, and black very nicely Tanukis once again taking a big move. So black is probably like 2 or 3 moves ahead on this board because white has played so many mistakes in the bottom left corner. Remember, just because you want to play a move locally doesn't mean it's good if it's not worth it. If the bigger move on the board is much bigger than this, then obviously this shouldn't be played, especially if it's not Sente. This is definitely not Sente because black is not going to die in the corner, and it's not really valuable in points, so of course black is going to Tanuki this. White finally extending to get a big move, black playing normal move, white overplaying a little bit to try and confuse black, I guess. However, black plays nicely to seal white in the corner, and now black actually has a nice chance. He didn't see it. So black actually should get a move around here. So if black plays a move around here, this game is like looking like a huge disaster for white. Black took the last big move at K16, and he has complete control of the game, and he's utilizing his thickness very properly. However, if he plays like he did in the game, white can play an extension, which looks like white did. And now you can see, like, black canceled white's thickness in the bottom left, white canceled black's thickness in the top right. So black made a slow move here because this move wasn't that big. He should have extended, and white was able to successfully get to the top, the last big move, and now white finally has gotten some framework and some finally gotten a position. So both black and white have a corner. Black and white have a shamari. Black has the left side, white has the top side, and black has some on the right side, so black's still ahead by a little bit. Black securing the right side. I think it might be worth it to play on the top side right now, because these two stones are an extra thickness and you should be able to attack them a little bit. In addition, you can destroy the top side, which is a little bit bigger than the right side at this moment, due to the fact that it's wider and white is one line higher than black is. So it is a little bit bigger, and even though white might play like this, black should have an easy time of living here. Maybe it's a little bit difficult, but with proper reading you should be able to get out here, and white is only has one eye. So try and utilize your thickness to destroy the top side territory, and you should be okay. However, black playing the right side, white could easily start developing the top side with something along this, like this, maybe like this. White can develop the top side and become very large if he wants to. However, white decides to invade the right side or reduce the right side right now, thinking it's much bigger. Oh, sorry, he played. Oh, that was without that exchange. Okay, so white played over here. And this clamp is a terrible clamp, actually. White, I was expecting him to probably Hane or something like this. And then black connects, white connects. And if black cuts, then you can see that there's a ladder here. So usually it's just connect is most common, and then black can maybe attack with something like this. And this would be a powerful attack by black because he's using his thickness to attack, which is what he's supposed to do. However, white plays this clamp. This clamp is not good because as soon as black nobis, which he does, white is completely cut apart. So white actually played a move to cut his two stones apart and put himself in a broken shape. So you can see the right side is now good for black. Black extending up, you can Hane here because it's actually a Hane head of 3, which is almost as powerful as a Hane head of 2, and then get a double Hane follow up, and you can see the white stones look like they're in a poor position. Nobi up is semi-okay, but you could be a little bit more powerful here. White plays an inside move. Remember, you want to run away before you play these inside moves, unless these are Sente or something, because black can easily come back and surround you now. You may get something like this, but hard to say how much you're going to gain here. Yeah, it's hard to see how much you're going to gain here, and black's just gaining influence after influence. However, black decided his corner is a little bit too valuable, so okay, that's fine. I mean, it's also his base, so maybe he's worried about it. And blocking here, again, you can surround and not really worry about this. This isn't that big. Surrounding is very powerful here. However, white gets out and black extends the in. Again, you want to Hane. You are strong, so you want to Hane here. Definitely want to Hane here because it's more powerful and surrounds. Alright, so white plays here, so black can now consider a slide. Maybe can still get this move. We'll see what he comes up with. So he still plays this move. A slide would have been pretty nice here because it takes the base and also forces the points. However, he's going to have... oh, he Tanukis. Does this work? This doesn't quite work, so you need to defend your points in the corner. So maybe something like along these lines. Then maybe you could read this. If not, just go here. Actually, this looks like it works. If white goes here, you can play here. So white has to play the empty triangle, and then you can play like this. And actually seal white like this. So yeah, this would be a much better way to play. However, black playing a little too greedily here, and you can see that this doesn't quite work. Black's just, black misread it, and now black's corner is in a lot of danger. So now he has to live. All right, so go ahead, live, that's completely fine. And black lives in the corner, and yeah, black has to live in that corner. And now white has the option of fixing his territory to kill the Aji or to go play the big move on top. So these would be the two options to play. However, white plays here, which is Gote once again, and black can still reduce this area. So you can still see that black can reduce this area, and now he has the Sente to play on top. Let's see if he takes advantage of that. He goes for the center. Not quite good. You don't want to use thickness to make territory. You want to use thickness to attack, invade, or reduce. So you really want to get to this top side now, especially since you're so thick. And as soon as you come out, you can see the white group is starting to get weaker and weaker. So I think it's much more valuable to go in. However, black making points in the center, and if you've heard my lessons before about the center, you know I hate making points in the center unless it is Sente. If you are making points in the center in Gote, then it's really small. I really hate this way of playing, and it's a common mistake made by Q players, and I try really hard to fix it, but remember, making points in the center in Gote is small. So white's playing endgame now. There's still some things to think about on top. Black playing a really slow move here. This is not Sente at all, and white completely taking advantage of that. White could actually go a little bit faster here. So yeah, you can see finally black gets a reduction move, but black completely wasted a move at N17, and white was able to gain more thickness because of it. So now black has to come in and reduce, but he needs to be careful because of he doesn't have many eyes on the left side. And yeah, but as long as he's careful, he should be okay, I think. White trying to get forcing moves here, but this is not Sente. This is center points. This is definitely not Sente. You could actually think to jump in here and see if you can make some eyes. It's pretty wide space, or maybe just jump in and destroy the points as they are. Just destroy all the points. White playing another slow move at L12. However, black respawns a very slow move because these points are not as big as the top side. Remember, side before center. Now white comes back to cut off black, and black plays this, but it looks like this is just going to get cut, so I think it's better to just jump back here. Maybe a little bit easier to work with. But black playing like this, and now actually white is going to eventually cut him. Never mind. So yeah, white can easily cut this group here, and you can see that this black stone is in a lot of trouble, and that's a lot of territory on top. However, white just decides to Hane here. Black gets the Atari. Maybe white can think about a cut, but maybe white doesn't want to, and black defends. And so black still reduced it by a bit, but he could have done a lot better if he just didn't play at M11. So white finally getting the territory on top, black playing another Gote move. This is not Sente, and white can now get back to the bottom here, which he doesn't. He plays here. Now black, okay, gets this move. This doesn't work. Black overplaying a bit. Alright, so now black peeping here and trying to make points in the center again. No, you want to go at M4. M4 is a decently good move because it threatens to split off the two black groups, especially after that peep. If you go here, the black groups are not completely connected just yet, and it's a lot of points to destroy, and I think black maybe he's winning, maybe not. That top side's really big and that center's really small, so it's hard to say if black's winning this game or not. However, this should be a very powerful move because if white gets this, it's free territory, but if black gets it, he gets to destroy it almost in Sente because the two white groups are not alive yet. Well, they're almost alive, but you can split them and create a lot of Aji. However, black is making points in the center, which is again really small. Okay, so now black fixing his shape in the center, white playing Panuki here, not very big. Nice little jump by black, but there's still a lot of reduction in the center because of these white stones. White playing another small move. Black could easily ignore this, or Atari here, but I think you probably ignore this because if I were white, I would probably ignore as well. But white responds. Now black finally gets to the next big move down here and forcing white to respond here. He could have Haned and it would have been a little bit more powerful. However, he just decides to play the Anobi and force white to respond. Okay, well he did reduce, so that's good. And now he gains some points in the center, which at this stage it is fine because after he plays all the big moves, if the points in the center are bigger than the biggest in-game move, then perhaps it's okay. However, I do want to point out that this move is a little bit more valuable. This move is more valuable. This move is slightly more valuable, and getting this exchange is also quite important, is more valuable as well. So, okay, maybe it's not good because after looking, there are several moves that he could have played that are bigger than the L11 move. So you can see the center is, again, really, really small, guys. Make sure you are not playing the center in Gote unless you are attacking something or gaining stuff by attacking in Sente or something like that. But the center in Gote is really, really small. So black now defending his center and white easily reducing this, and black looks like he's threatening to cut, but I don't think it quite works. It doesn't because if black goes here, white goes here, black goes here, white cuts. So yeah, it doesn't work because of the bad liberties here. However, now he realizes this, and white defends in Sente, and he lost those points, and now white gets to the last, or the really, really big endgame move. And that was actually quite valuable. White getting this Hane. I think black has to try and cut, but maybe the cut's hard to make work. Maybe the cut doesn't work because of the liberties around this area. Okay, so let's see what he does. Okay, he just defends. Cut is dangerous, so that's fine. White goes here. Does this work? It does because of the liberties around this area. So black must extend. White goes here, and white takes so many points. Look how small that center is. And look how small this center is. It's like these two centers combined are maybe equal to the top side because the top side is just so large because the side is, again, bigger than the center. It's hard to say who's winning though without actually counting it, but we'll see how it goes. Black does get the big in-game moves here, and now gets a few points here. That's fine, but he has to be careful. White needs to watch his shape. Watch his shape. Oh no! White losing a lot of points here, and black be able to reduce several points there. Now white's trying something here. I'm not sure what he's getting at. Maybe he just wanted that Atari to be Sente, but oh well. Now we see that this is a simple reduction, and we get into here. Perfectly fine. Actually, this is a... Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. And we just finished the game. Wait, whoa. I thought it was over, but black tried to overplay in here. This should never, ever work. Oh, no! White missing the vital point. This is the vital point, and black is dead. Black is completely overplaying in this area. This should never work, but for some reason, white let it be a ko. And now black easily making a ko, and... Oh, man, that is so huge. Black can get any free move. Oh, so black gives up the 4 stones and takes life in here, which I guess is a little bit more valuable in here because they have follow-ups. And now we can see white just lost all of those points. Oh man, all because of a little misread on life and death. Alright, so now are we done? Oh yeah, we are done. Okay, so let's see the result. Game info. Black wins by 16.5 points, and I think that is the upper left corner. I think black might have lost if he didn't live in that upper left corner. So you can see that upper left corner was quite huge, and white, you got to do your life and death in the games. You have to make sure you understand these shapes because apparently that just cost you the game. The entire game, all because of a one life and death problem. So yeah, life and death is important, guys, and make sure you know it when it comes up in your games. You got to be able to respond to it and read it out thoroughly. Alright, so the big mistakes in this game. White, you played a lot of Gote moves, especially in the bottom left corner. You had the bad direction to play, and you wasted a lot of moves and let black get Sente a lot. Black, you did very well in taking Sente. However, at R12, you also played a Sente move. So in the opening, black was kind of dominating. However, black, you made territory in the center way too much. And like in this area and this area, both were really small compared to the stages of the game you were at. So the center in this area, it would have been better to destroy the top side and invade the top side. So imagine this area, if you didn't live, it would have been a lot of points and much bigger than your center, so it was better to invade. You don't use thickness to make points. Please remember that you do not make points in the center in Gote like this, and you don't use thickness to make points. You use thickness to attack, invade, or reduce. Additionally, when you made the center points over here and move over here, it was better to play the big end-game moves instead. The end-game is much better, and reducing the bottom is much bigger than this few center points. You did get to the bottom, so that was good. So white played a little bit slow here, and white had to work on his life and death. So what I recommend for both players is black, stop playing the center. White, review your games and try to make sure you're not wasting any moves, because this game is definitely a game to learn from, and that your opponent ignored you several times and got to the big moves. So perhaps you're playing too many slow moves too quickly. So try and get rid of those if you want to get stronger. And black, stop making territory in the center. And I think your opening is black. Your opening black was really well. So both players keep up the life and death. The overplay on the top left shouldn't have happened, but white kind of let it happen. And black, I'm not sure why you were even playing there, but whatever. Keep up the life and death problems, review professional games on a daily basis, and make sure you review your own games that you play. Reviewing your own games will help you get rid of these weaknesses that you see, like your opponent ignoring you and you don't have a follow-up. That means probably your move wasn't good enough and you shouldn't have played it to begin with. Make points in the center. Okay, you shouldn't be making points in the center, so let's get rid of those. Stuff like this, you can easily... well, maybe not easily, but you can start studying and reviewing your own games to see when you play it and try and work it out, so that way in your real games you stop playing it and you start noticing, hey, I'm playing this way again, so let's not play this way and play the other way, and you should improve by doing that. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Once again, thank you, Micha, for the donations and your support for supporting me as an instructor, and I hope you enjoyed this game, and I hope you found it helpful. Alright, remember guys, if you would like to guarantee that your game gets reviewed in this series, I have review like a minimum, or depending on your donation level, you get a certain amount of rewards. At as little as $2 a month, you can guarantee one of your games to be made into a video like this. And then we have reward tiers to go up, like bi-weekly, weekly, and then you have a reward tier at like $10. You get one game every single week and one live lesson a month. The live lessons is still, as an example of this, will be coming soon. I hope, as we should get our first live lesson on stream pretty soon, and that will be turned into a video here in the near future, and you guys can see what that is. But basically, from $2 to $10, you can get several rewards, and that's just a little thing per month. If you want to donate anything more than that per month, please see the rewards on the site in the description below. It is www.patreon.com/Clossi, and you should see where you can donate to support me as a Go instructor to release content like this for free for all of you guys. And I do try my best to reward people who donate and support me. So yeah, check out those rewards and see if you're interested in those. Again, the link is in the description below. And yeah, thanks to everyone who supports me and or is thinking about support me. I really appreciate it. This is how I get by. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye.